Yo, what's up, traders? Okay, so this is a gold silver video. Actually, I think it was Mike that sent me a message on Telegram. It was like, hey man, when's the next gold video? So I said, are you waiting for a move to happen? Which I definitely am. I was shooting some videos on it, and then we've been kind of in a range. Like I was looking at this move lower, which we've clearly broken out of now. But there's a couple things going on here. We're at the same point, right? So this is a good scenario for our fanning trend lines for everybody that's been through the academy, which we could be setting up here for sure. But from a closer look, it really looks like we're really setting a nice liquidity pool here, and potential trap. You know, I think rule of thumb right now for any metals is looking to buy on dips. I still think that the possibility is there for us to take it down to 1780 before we get one last push higher. There's quite a few potential downside targets here in terms of looking at different IT areas and market imbalances. But we're going to have to see a really, really big breakdown in gold and market sentiment and dollar strength. So let's go into more microcosm view here. We have a nice little liquidity pool setting up here. Honestly, I'm going to even go more smaller scale. And shout out to Kevin too in my accelerator group. He's been in the VIP group for a long time. Well, for about 8 months now. So long time, right? You saw some really good success today, buddy. I think he made like 5,000 scalping gold using his own interpretation of my IT training alongside with my scalping strategy, right? So like the thing is you need to find out what works for you and make it your own in terms of like, there is no one end all be all strategy. And if anybody that says that to you, they're probably trying to sell you something in the long run. And two, the market has a way of correcting any strategy. But in terms of this, we're setting a nice liquidity pool here. You can see we just keep stopping out these long positions. Another stop out here, and I actually got stopped out there, right? So I was holding, I didn't get to take my stop losses off during the session change, which was a mistake. I just got taken out by the spread here. So I'm thinking we're gearing up for a move higher. It looks like we're starting to make bottom out here with the divergence on the RSI. I love this Wilder's RSI, by the way. Shout out to Pedro in the accelerator group who turned me on to this, and also Steven. So we have some good targets to the upside if we do start to make a rally. So I have been scalping gold quite a bit, and you could get yourself in trouble doing that, but it can be very effective. So what I'm looking for, markets are closed right now. A nice little pop-up retest. I'm going to be using these moving averages as well, and really trying to just scalp within this range with an upside target of see that 61.8 is really at a nice level. So this is where I'll be looking to take profits. Once the gold market opens back, I'm going to re-enter. Really like the 61.8 Fibonacci target there. And so this is going to be my upside target. So as long as, let me just preface that by saying, as long as we don't break down below this liquidity pool. If we break down further, I'm going to be waiting to see if it's a false breakdown or if we go on to these lower levels down here, which definitely looks like a possibility as well, especially once we zoom out. And I really like this 2-hour chart, especially in terms of metals. So if this is the case, I'm going to be looking for a downside target here around this 161.8 to buy the dip, or, you know, my original target, if we really break down, is going to be, and that's going to be some serious dollar strength, but there's a lot of stuff going on for risk on, and we can't rule that out. That's for sure. So let's take a look at silver real quick. Then I got to go pick up my dog from daycare. So this is my original plan. And I hadn't forgotten about it. Of course, the market always has other plans, and that was a long shot for sure, because in the reality is that all the signals are here for metals just to be super bullish, right? So, but here we are retesting the same area, and we've had a nice potential false breakout above it. We need to get above this 26.78, and I still like silver more than gold. But especially looking for a long-term move, right? So, I mean, pretty much same deal here. We're really setting up some nice liquidity zone there. Get even move across like this. And so this looks pretty set up for a nice dip to buy, almost too nice though. So that's the thing. We have some really good targets down here at the lower levels, and it's a long way from 26 bucks to 29. So I don't know if that's going to happen, but finding some opportunity for a dip, gosh, like, you know, around here would be amazing. So this is what I'm looking for, but as of right now, we're kind of trapped in this range. It's the last week of the year. And there is still, anything can happen. Anything can happen because, you know, we don't really have a president yet. So that is definitely a big concern. And no matter what they're saying on the media, it hasn't been decided yet. So, you know, this is a nice zone, the zones that we're trading in between here. But, you know, if we zoom in on a shorter time frame for scalping, of course, if we are scalping, I find that gold is a much better scalp because typically the spreads are smaller. But, you know, if you can grab a good move on silver, typically it's very, very profitable. So that's what I'm looking forward to. If we get more movement in this market, you know, we had this huge push upwards and we've been sideways for a few days and we had the holidays, but getting a lot of requests for these silver and gold videos. So stay tuned, put your notifications on, click the links below to get started in my programs. And I can't wait to see you in there. Thanks for watching, everybody. Happy New Year's.